Last month, Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Paula Vogel was a guest at the Drama Bookshop. First On-Line with Fran will feature 4 clips that highlight topics of discussion. This week is on theater dying in America.
I think our country has gone through cycles of cultural fear that leads to a state of paralysis. And I think right now we're in a state of paralysis. We're waiting. We are literally waiting. And in these times of paralysis, I think that theater companies are people, my friend. Theater companies are doing a balancing act where they want to do no harm. That said, it's also interesting, also I think in times of cultural paralysis, where there is a great creative flourishing. I actually believe that it's a reverse proportion in the arts. The greater the demand and the supply, the greater the supply, the more we will find a way of increasing demand. I actually think that capitalism is a very poor model for the arts. And if we stop and think in New York, the most exciting work that's being done is probably, something runs for 3 weeks. It's a theater company that makes itself up, by the way. I hope, an honorary auxiliary member of 13P. Yes. And I hope that 13P becomes 13P squared. Does anybody know about this theater company? Yeah. 13 playwrights got together, and I think Sarah is the last one. And they're going to implode, but I keep hoping that now there'll be an homage 13P, 26P, or whatever, that people keep it going. So what is actually happening is that in this time, not unlike, for example, during the Depression, where suddenly people go, oh, we're going to start a theater company, we'll call it The Group, or we call it Mercury, or we call it, right? That's what's happening right now. It doesn't reflect whoever audience or tastes are. I mean, I keep hearing that, people need to know the familiar and therefore we have to do remakes of movies. Well, the second we start using people in any sentence, I'm extremely suspicious of that. I think that, again, I think there's a great, huge, wonderful supply right now of talent. And we have an ossifying apparatus that isn't fitting it, and that's good news. This happens often at the beginnings of centuries. There will be a breakthrough. There has to be a breakthrough because the artists aren't waiting.